think we're tackling these at a pretty good pace, wouldn't you say?
Making pace.
Yes. But we're not saving pace, though. Welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Center New Blood. I'm redxparasite.
I'm Air327.
And we're starting this episode in both senses of the word.
We'll be implanting a pacemaker?
Yes. You'll be performing an exchange operation to upgrade the one currently inside the patient. You'll also be performing the pre-op
And
examination.
presumably, if we're upgrading it, it's because we're upgrading it from a broken one to a working one.
Well, it's
if
not
functioning
completely
well enough,
dysfunctional, I think, but...
If it's working well enough, then there's no
Why
reason
us
to
and
replace
not
it.
a cardiologist?
Because I believe you two are better suited to perform the procedure.
Even though you're general surgeons.
A team of specialists will be available to assist you, but I doubt that will be necessary.
It seems they're expecting a lot from us, but you wouldn't know it by the way the staff's treated us.
This can be considered as a preparation phase for the actual operation.
The one on him.
An appropriate pacemaker has already been selected.
Even though he doesn't need a pacemaker. But...
You'll be implanting the same type I'm currently using.
he already has one, I guess.
The same pacemaker you're using?
Are you sure it's not gonna hurt?
You'll be fast asleep the entire time. It'll be over before you know it.
But what if I wake up? Will it hurt?
Well, if you wake up, then the anesthesiologist is doing a bad job.
Yeah.
I
They'll have a bit
promise
of an
that
oh
won't
shit
happen.
moment.
The medicine will keep you asleep, no matter what.
Except for
If
when
it's
it
gonna
doesn't,
keep me
which can
asleep,
happen.
Then how will I wake up? Will I sleep forever?
Well, you'll wake up because you'll get hungry.
That was a
Chloe,
bad
you heard that
explanation.
your heart
But what
isn't
if I
doing
get
well,
hungry
right?
during the surgery?
Right now you're okay because doctors put a machine in you that helps your heart. But we found out that machine isn't working like it should. So if we don't put in a new machine, your chest is going to hurt. You don't want your chest to hurt, do you?
No.
All right then, the operation is going to be tomorrow. Let's both do our best.
Come on, Chloe. Let's go back to your room. Don't worry. There's nothing to be scared about. You'll be all better real soon.
Alright, I'll give them a B for that bedside manner.
Yeah.
Opening up a child's chest for the second time. As a doctor, I know I shouldn't be fazed by it, but it's still heartbreaking.
Try working in peds.
This
Pediatrics for
operation has
short.
nothing to do with the
Or
professor's
short for
orders.
pediatrics.
Yeah.
Let's just concentrate on doing our best for that kid, okay?
I'm not lying. It really hurts. Come on, there must be something you can do.
Alright, before I advance the text, guess who this guy is and what he wants?
He wants drugs.
Yes!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but we didn't find anything wrong when we examined you.
That medication I used before seemed to help. How about some more of that?
As I said before, I can't write you a prescription. Dr. Vaughn, can you please help me explain to this patient?
Me,
Please
Dr.
deal with this
Chen?
for me.
He won't listen to reason. And I refuse to write him a prescription. He's just pretending to be in pain because he's addicted to painkillers.
What? Are you calling me a liar? Forget it. I'm out of here.
What does he think this is? A street corner? He was wandering around, so I offered to help him. The first thing he said was, I need drugs.
How did he get in?
I don't know, but I should report him to security. By the way, Dr. Vaughn, I heard that you're conducting a pacemaker procedure today.
It
That's
might be
right.
because
Since I'm
I
a
might be
new guy,
mishearing
I
it
have no
because
choice
the
but to
volume's
follow
pretty low,
orders.
but is it just me or is her voice acting like really stilted?
It kind of is, yeah.
Like I'm not sure if that's
I
intentional or
suppose
not,
that's
but it's
true.
it's a bit
Well, good
distracting.
luck. If all goes well, I'd like to ask you to be my assistant.
I'll do my best to live up to those expectations.
It's like the kind of from the, at least the way I'm hearing it with the low volume, it sounds like the kind of voice you would give someone who's actually a robot that's pretending to be a
Let's
human,
begin the conference for little Chloe.
or like an alien.
do.
Like, no, I am a human. Trust
Your
me.
objective for
Trust
this
me.
operation is to replace the patient's pacemaker.
Why would you think I'm an
First, you'll
alien?
have to stop the old pacemaker. Then, remove it and insert the new one. This operation will require great precision and will put a lot of strain on the patient's body. Please proceed with the utmost care.
Of course.
It's not actually that
This is a
difficult.
very serious operation.
She's only a child, so even a small mistake could be fatal.
That's true.
Well, good luck, you two.
Let's get started.
Look how you shake your head every time that comes up.
Today,
Well, because every
we'll be
time
replacing the
he does
I
that
remember
pose,
correctly,
Red
it's
X
just-
also
Oh,
does
really?
that pose.
Well, let's have a look.
You were supposed to tell them that.
First, we need to stop her existing pacemaker. Please be careful, Doctor.
And snip.
Okay,
Done.
good job. Looks like you're ready to go on to the next.
Doctor, the patient's going into cardiac arrest.
All right, so what we have to do this time, since we can't use a defibrillator, is we have to massage her heart. So you just have to press A and B in rhythm with the guideline. which
A and
will
B
be
at the same time or alternate?
A and at the same time.
We
Okay.
can't use the
So
defibrillator
when the
because of her
hand lines
pacemaker.
up with the guideline, it'll be more
Obvious when
apparent
it's on screen.
when it's
Have to
actually on
massage
screen.
the heart by hand.
Wait for the hands to overlap, then press the A and B buttons simultaneously.
What I just told you.
Yeah,
Oh, it starts
Oh.
with you.
of course it does.
You have to keep doing it
Just like
multiple
that.
times.
Now it's you.
Obviously, if you get
Thank
cools,
goodness.
it'll
Patient
Take
has
less
recovered.
time.
take less time.
But we can't relax until we've completed
Okay,
the
so
operation.
you're gonna have to pay attention. If her heart starts fibrillating, you have to stop operating.
Okay.
So you'll see the bar up here kind of start getting more erratic. When that happens, kind of stop operating. 'Cause,
Okay.
Once it gets to the point of like fibrillation, you'll get a miss if you try to operate.
Okay.
But it won't always do that. So it's kind of like a yellow light when it
Okay.
starts vibrating, and then obviously you don't want to operate while it's
There's
red.
a
Okay,
chance
I'm
she'll
assuming
go
it'll
into
be more
cardiac
clear
arrest.
what
So keep
that
an
Yeah.
looks
eye
like
on
once it
electrocardiogram.
happens.
If
And I
that
think
does
the
occur, then we need to
operating
massage
field
her
might
heart
shake a little
immediately.
too.
Understood.
Start shaking a little bit.
Well, use the antibiotic gel to disinfect the area.
Okay.
Cut the lead. Cut the lead. Now that you've cut the lead. Okay, hurry up. It looks like you
Also,
got
I
all the
won't worry
blood
about that
now.
too much because every time her
The EKG.
see.
Please
Oh.
be careful.
Her heart's fibrillating.
Okay, so this
Stop
is when
the
you're not allowed
procedure.
to operate.
Yeah.
She's going into cardiac arrest.
Oh,
We
it's A
gotta
and
do
B.
something.
Yep.
Doctor, your timing's off. Wait until the hands are overlapping.
I think it's easiest to just both pretend that we're doing the whole thing.
Honestly,
We
yeah.
have a pulse. Let's continue. Please place
Okay, yeah,
the
I see
lead
what
on
you
the
mean.
tray.
It,
And don't
does
forget
it
to
always go
suture the
back to
slit
like
where it was
20-ish?
inserted.
Yeah, pretty much. So in
Now,
operations
please
when
play
their
out
where their
the
heart is
pacemaker ready.
Okay.
You can
fibrillating
place
a
it in the
lot.
same
I'm
spot
used-
as the old one.
see, you just have to wait.
Yeah.
False alarm.
See that
Let's
that
continue.
time it
Next,
calmed down.
Attach the leads. The first
Okay.
lead is ready. Both leads are attached. Now that it may hemorrhage again. Let's suture the slit, but that's it for this one. Just
Now I
follow
gotta
the
wait.
same steps for the other lead. That's recap it. Okay. Remember to suture the slit, Doctor.
Thanks.
Huh?
This one's
We're
scripted.
almost
Oh.
done, too. All right, let's massage the heart.
Okay. We're almost done.
Did you have fun transplant or swapping out that pacemaker?
Activate the pacemaker.
Good. It's working properly. She'll be all right now.
Yeah, so I basically played a
That's
rhythm
great
game
news.
and
So all we need
used
to do
some
is close her up and we'll
some
be
stabilizer, which then basically became the effect of which almost immediately disappeared. Is there like a bonus for?
Vitals, yes.
Oh, so
Looks like
I should have been
the
helping
operation
with
was a
that.
success.
Yeah.
Well done, Doctor.
I was like, well, what are
I'll
we?
be sure to report the results.
Now
to
I
the
know that.
professor.
Yeah, I can point it out here on the results screen.
Yeah, I will. Once I figured out what was going on, I remembered having
See,
seen.
vital bonus, time bonus, chain bonus.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure one of those bonuses is not letting the heart fibrillate a certain number of times.
Now,
But we still got an A.
Yeah.
Chloe, this is called an X-ray. It's a picture of the inside of your chest. This is the machine we put inside you during the operation. It's helping your heart beat.
Wow, cool. That's what's inside me?
It runs on electricity, so there are a few things you need to be careful about. Elena
No
will explain the rules to
MRIs.
you, so listen carefully, okay?
Did you see it? Isn't it cool? Yes, it certainly is. But don't get carried away just because you feel better, okay? Now the pacemaker that's inside your chest is like a new friend, and it's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
All right, A- for bedside manner.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. How long am I gonna have to wait? Excuse me, miss? May I ask you something?
Oh, are you here to visit a family member? If so, then the entrance is...
No, that's not why I'm here. I have an
That's why you
appointment
wait
with
for the
Dr.
answer to
Rousseau, the
your
chief
question
surgeon.
before you start answering it.
But no one's been able to get my message to him.
If that's the case, then let me call for his secretary.
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. Thank you, though. You're a doctor here, aren't you?
Yes, my name is Valerie Blaylock.
Is Professor Wilkins busy? I was hoping I might get a chance to meet him.
Yes. Well, the professor is... he's very busy. I rarely see him myself.
Well, I guess it can't be helped. But I'd still like to meet him someday. Ah, you must be Dr. Rousseau's secretary. Thank you. My name is Irene Quattro. I'm the director of Caduceus.
The organization under the direct control of Health and Human Services?
All right, to give you more of an idea, Caduceus is an organization in the Trauma Center games that is known for being on like the forefront of medical research.
Ah.
And they also have really good surgeons there too, so
Okay.
it has a pretty good reputation
In the games, at least.
in the games.
Thank you very much for your help today. I appreciate it.
Hey, Markus. It's already been 10 days, and he still hasn't told us about his condition.
I'm sure he hasn't forgotten. He must have his reasons.
He sure is taking his time, considering the trouble he went to bring us back here. Oh, by the way, this
You
morning
know, I always hate
met
having to
someone that
write
was here to see
sentences that
Rousseau.
involve like two or that because there are times when that's legitimately viable sentence structure,
Yeah.
but it looks dumb.
Or had.
Yeah.
I was surprised when she introduced herself. Take a guess who she was.
His mistress?
Very funny. Come on, be serious.
Well, not
I know her better than you
exactly.
do.
Well, it turns out she's the director of Caduceus. She oversees all of the medical research institutions located in the U.S.
She's from Caduceus?
Actually, she seemed more interested in speaking with Professor Wilkins. I wonder how she knows about him. Isn't it strange?
It sounds like trouble, if you ask me.
Dr. Vaughn! Dr. Blaylock! We need you in the OR!
Oh, I remember what this one is.
What's the matter, Elena?
I don't.
It's fun.
Oh boy.
And you know what that means. Whenever I say
Three people were hit by a
fun
car.
Yeah.
Two
with
in
very
critical
obvious air
condition.
quotes.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, this isn't the one.
Dr. Rousseau
So I just
began
have that to
treating
look
the one who
forward
was in
to.
the worst state,
I think it's the next one.
Ah.
but he left to treat a different patient and ordered you two to take the ones in critical condition.
We can't afford to waste any time. His life's in jeopardy.
That means it's time for walk and talk, not stand in a room and talk.
Okay, so this guy's ribs are broken.
Oh, that's always bad.
Yep. Damaged spleen.
The patient is Ricardo Garcia, a 35-year-old male. He was in a car accident. He has injuries to the abdomen, including a few broken ribs and a pierced spleen.
Well, and apparently they can just fix broken ribs
Yeah.
in this universe
I was gonna
with
say,
the
'cause-
gel. Well, because
That
like,
doesn't look
so
good.
if you like crack it and it doesn't completely break off, it can fuse back together. Mm-hmm. But if it completely breaks off, it's not going back together. It's not gonna
In this
Yeah, my
magically heal
operation,
back
understanding
up.
several
of
objectives.
what happens with broken ribs is it's basically just like, well, sucks for
We need
you.
to treat his lacerations, repair
That's
his broken
gonna hurt.
ribs, and attend to his spleen.
This will be a
I
difficult
think what they usually
operation.
do is
No wonder Russo took off so fast.
what they do when they're like mending bones. They'll attach some strong, stiff metal to it. Mm-hmm. But in the case with like this, they would just leave it there instead of taking it out for like if there's a leg fracture or something.
Well, I'm sure we can handle it.
We've analyzed his blood type and done the necessary screening and cross-matching. We've also got an ample supply of blood on hand. All you need to worry about is the operation.
And his vitals. Worry about those.
Yeah. Yeah, because the way she said
All right,
that to me
let's
almost
begin the
sounded like,
operation.
we'll cover his vitals for you. Like, didn't it? Just a little?
Just a little. But, you know, the gameplay
Doctor,
has to...
hurry!
Yeah.
The patient's gone into cardiac arrest.
I guess what we're starting
we need
with...
to use the defibrillator.
That wasn't very good. That was very bad.
We
There
have
we
a
go.
pulse.
His spleen's in bad shape, and his vitals are dropping because of massive hemorrhaging.
We'll have to retrieve the bone fragments while treating the injuries and hemorrhages.
Which one is
We won't be able to
grippy
suture
thing?
that big of a wound.
Up left.
Okay.
We'll have to close it first with the forceps.
Forceps. That's the
Doctor,
word.
please. Okay.
Watch.
Now
You
hurry
need
up,
to
that takes
pull it
care of the
straight out.
largest
I'm
wound.
trying to.
Don't
Hit the
forget
long.
about the others.
Until you get the okay.
Oh, no,
you
I've
have to
got
keep-
a bit of jitter on my controller. For some
Well, it
reason.
looked like you were like... Oh, jeez.
I was
Stop treating those and treat the other wounds.
Yeah. I was trying to do it straight.
Because
just
I'm
not
pretty
very good
sure,
at it.
like, these lacerations are triggered by you pulling them out.
Oh.
We're making progress with the bone fragments, but the spleen requires immediate treatment. Looks
Oh, I
like
still had the
Taking care of
syringe.
the wounds,
That's why
we
I
can
wasn't grabbing
reassemble
it.
the bone fragments.
Yeah. Also, the vital cap is only 45.
Ah,
Last one.
so don't bother
Doesn't
putting
seem
more.
That one does not go there.
Did that go somewhere else?
That one goes there.
Okay, let me
Okay, I'm apparently...
let me try readjusting my position. Why am I so jittery?
There it is.
Okay, that's better. Oh, it's
so far so good. We're almost done.
all right. So this is not going to be a
But
very
that was the
high-scoring
last
mission.
piece.
No, probably not.
Don't tell me we missed a fragment.
This isn't good. We'll have to use the defibrillator.
Dang it. I'm not quite as good at hitting the green part of this
I'm
one.
just not very good at this.
Was that hemorrhagic shock? His spleen was bleeding pretty heavily. Is that it?
Well,
No wonder we missed it. Okay, doctor.
All right,
You know
vitals.
what to do. Be sure to keep an eye on his vitals, though.
stab him with some vitals. Stop with it.
Yeah, this part is kind of tricky. You really need to get on that.
Oh. I'll just sort of sit here and do this for a minute.
We've got all the pieces now.
All right, let's place the last bone fragment.
All the pieces.
Yeah, see,
in
part of
place.
that was my fault though, because I didn't remember where they go. One of the pieces went, so I dropped
Yeah.
in the wrong place
Please
like
close them
twice.
up.
Well, and I think I got a miss once, and I'm not sure if it's because I put it in the wrong place or because sensor was
It was an
jittering too
unexpected
much.
operation, but I'm glad it went smoothly. Well done, team.
Well, that could have gone better.
Yeah.
I mean, the patient's alive, but yeah, look, we only got
Yeah.
one special bonus. Hey, our score's 42-42 though.
Oh. Then it was all worth it.
It was all worth it.
I see that you were both.
It was
quite
worth
skilled.
stabbing him a few times with his own bone fragments.
Oh, hey, person that we just met.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you are?
I'm Irene Quattro from Caduceus. Nice to meet you. I heard
Oh,
there was an emergency,
okay.
so I changed into my surgical gown. But I see that wasn't necessary.
Valerie, is this the woman you were telling me about?
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to receive such praise.
A doctor with a healing touch. It's been
Also,
a while
I'm
since
How
I've
do you
seen
know
things
that?
like this.
I'm pretty sure the game expects you to use that in this operation, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
If the opportunity arises, I'd like to see it used again.
There are a few situations where the game kind of intends you to use it.
I'd
Yeah.
be glad to show you.
Because for the
This
most
is an
part,
impressive hospital.
in most operations, it's just like a panic button in case you're doing really poorly.
Yeah.
I hope that we meet again. Please excuse me.
I like how it's like I do like how the cutscene's like, oh, you
don't
use
think
your
it was
healing
good for her to
touch,
have
and we're
seen
just
that.
like, oh, was that supposed to be difficult enough for us to need that?
What do you mean, Marcus?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. We were
It's a
told you
weird-looking
wouldn't
baby.
make it, but you You saved him.
I just did my best, Mrs. Garcia.
Oh. Guess who's taking credit for the guy we just saved?
Oh.
Considering
Nice.
his injuries, it's a miracle he survived. He must have an angel looking over his shoulder.
I don't know how we'll ever repay you. Thank you so much.
There's no need for tears. Now, let's discuss his future treatment options.
Oh, as long as he's in your hands, Dr. Russo.
And
I know
how
he'll
good's
be
your
okay.
medical insurance, by the way? Because
Oh,
that
it's
just sounds
you,
like the kind of
Vaughn.
question he'd ask.
Marcus, he's...
It's not worth getting upset over. The patient is all right. That's all that matters. Professor Wilkins has asked to see us, so we'd better get going.
I suppose you're right.
It's time for the plot to
Dr.
move
Russo?
along.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Please come with me, Mrs. Garcia. Let's go see how your husband is faring.
So, I heard that Rousseau took credit for everything. You must be disappointed.
I'm just glad the patient's okay.
He's an excellent doctor, although rather shrewd at times, and I would never trust him to operate on me. That's why I summoned you here, Marcus. You have a rare talent.
And by that I
I didn't
mean
want
you're
to come
magic.
back.
Like, literally magic. I don't
aware
know
of that.
how we could explain that, but yeah.
Regardless, we'll meet tomorrow to discuss my operation.
Oh man, it's time.
The procedure is scheduled for 4 days from now. I'll leave you to choose your team.
Okay.
All right,
I
so
have a
I'm gonna
feeling main
choose
character number 2 is
Valerie
involved.
and Elena. And okay, my team, we're good.
Yeah.
Back. We've actually gotten quite a few of those strings that work.
Yeah, at least pronounceable.
That are at least pronounceable. All right, so in the next episode, we'll be finally discovering what stigma is.
Yep.
Thank you
In
very
the
much for watching.
proper noun sense of the word.
Yeah. I've been redxparasite.
I've been Air 327.
Signing out.